Howdy, gang. We're playing Dead Space today. As you can see, I have Reshade running. That's that and a mouse control fix, because this game, like, ties the mouse to the frame rate, so, like, it feels really bad if you're playing at a high frame rate or even at, like, normal VSync values. Reshade just for fun. It looks like it mostly just added more color into the game, because this was the time period where everything was just all brown and gray. Otherwise, the game still looks good today. Sadly, we can't finish Darksiders 3. I was grinding in the Crucible like I said I would, and my computer crashed. And went to boot it up today so we can stream, and the file was corrupt, and there's nothing I can do to recover it. There are save files I could hypothetically download, but none of them include DLC. So that sucks. Yeah, we're just not doing that. I also tried to boot up this earlier and crashed again. So that's not okay. My brother actually put his GPU in my computer without telling me or asking me. So I think that was the issue, because that was potentially water damaged. Even if it was slightly better, I didn't want it. And, you know, it broke my save file, crashed my computer twice. I went and put my old one back in myself. So, yeah. Hopefully we're all good here. And, yeah, we're playing Dead Space. It's been way too long. This game's fantastic. I believe there are more difficulties you unlock as you beat the game and go into New Game Plus, but for now all we can do is hard. I also have a game to talk about later. We're not pooping our pants. We're playing the GOG version of this too, because I don't like using Origin, and also the game still costs 20 bucks for some reason. Or it's currently on sale for 5 on GOG, so yeah. And I've always owned the game, but it's on my brother's account, and I'd rather not risk getting booted off while we stream.
Isaac, it's me. I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry.
Talk to me, Daddy.
I'm sorry about everything. I wish I could just talk to someone. It's all falling apart here. I can't believe what's happening. It's strange. Such a little thing.
How many times you watched that thing? Guess you really miss her. Don't worry, we're almost there. You'll be able to look her up once we're on board. Sounds like you do have a lot of catching up to do.
All right, everyone, we're here. Sinking our orbit now.
All this trouble over that chunk of rock.
Deep space mining is a lucrative business, Miss Daniels. Aegis 7 is a gold mine according to prospectors' reports. Cobalt, silicon, osmium. Now, where is she? There she is. We have visual contact.
You can see the texture seam on his neck, just under the ear here.
So that's Ishimura. Impressive.
The USG Ishimura. Biggest planet cracker in her class. And it looks like they already popped the cork.
Why is it all dark? I don't see any running lights.
Corporal, take us in closer and hail them.
It's always been hard to get hair right, but even that looks fine for the time.
USG Ishimura, this is the emergency maintenance team of the USG Kellion responding to your distress call. Come in, Ishimura.
You're gonna need to boost the signal if their power's low.
Yes, we know. Boost the signal. More.
Never heard of a total communications blackout on one of these things. You'd think with 1,000 people on board, someone would pick up the phone.
What is that?
It's a busted array like we thought. Sounds like they're having problems with their encoder. You get us down there and Isaac and I can fix it. 48 hours max.
All right, you heard the lady. Take us in. Let's see what needs fixing.
Gravity tethers engaged. Automatic docking procedures a go.
What the hell?
I don't know, the whole lighting profile just changed when the sun got blotted out.
Hit the blast shields. Their guidance tether's damaged. Switch to manual, now.
Inside the magnetic field? Are you insane? Abort!
No! We can make it inside. Corporal, gave you an order.
The field's too strong!
You should have just turned around, dude.
Is everyone okay?
What? What the hell were you thinking? Were you trying to get us killed?
I just saved our asses, Miss Daniels. If we had aborted at that speed and distance, we'd have smashed right into the side of the Ishimura. Now settle down, let's get to work. Corporal, report.
I'm not getting any readings from the port booster, and we've lost comms and autopilot. It'll take some time to fix.
All right.
Yeah, fuck poop
Let's get some extra hands from flight deck to help out.
instead.
Hold still, Isaac. I'm syncing up everyone's rig with the ship. Okay, we're done. Clean bill of health for everyone.
All right. We've still got a job to do. We're moving out.
Famous in-universe UI. Still awesome idea. I'm waiting for the camera to go back to normal so that I can, like, rearrange my HUD. I'm pretty sure it keeps, like, yeah, just me off to the side view the whole game. So I don't know if, like, where my face cam is blocking out anything important, or if, like, I should move my text box. I don't want to cover up my health bar down here, so it's probably staying where it is. TBH. Maybe I move my face cam. Because I can move it all at once. Whoa. I know some people stopped using this program at some time because they, like, allegedly claimed ownership over OBS, even though this was a side project. Where's the overlay? Positioning mode. I'm gonna move this down. Done. And now when I turn it on, oh, that didn't apply. That's not good. Okay, something like that. I'm in full screen, I have to open it back up once I'm in game. You see, it kind of covers up my health, but that's all just body. Like, I don't necessarily need to see that.
Use run to move quickly.
Use run to move quickly. All med path. Take. Did I already uncover a secret?
lose power to the port booster. You lost the port booster. Unbelievable.
Hold on. Check out a few more settings before shit hits the fan. Like, would brightness be turned down? It normally asks you that kind of thing, but it's probably fine. Visuals are all fine. Controls specifically. That looks fine. Audio? Subtitles an option? Are they not on? Subtitles should always be on. What are you talking about? Stereo. 5.1 stereo. Okay, so like I want that, but I think it's probably better for your accessibility if I do it this way. Oh. Oh, but it was so cool before. Yeah, you know, fuck you. I'm sure it'll just convert into stereo sound for you if you don't have surround speakers, right?
And is now the oldest serving, with 62 years of continuous service. It holds the record for highest number of planet cracks.
Guess the power's down everywhere. Isaac, get over here and hack the door pad.
14 trillion kilotons and counting.
What? Aren't I a fucking mining engineer or some shit? Why would I be able to hack a door pad?
Workforce on the colony. The captain and crew would
Okay.
like to welcome you.
That box is smashable if you can't tell by the glowies.
Concordance Extraction Company, powering humanity into the future.
We came here on a booty call and crash landed. And that suck.
Seems like everyone was trying to pack in a hurry.
There should be a
An
security detail
ashtray in
here.
a ship? Gross.
Yeah? Well, there's not. There's no.
Especially in space, you shouldn't be smoking anymore.
Broadcasts.
That security console is still live. Isaac, log in and see what you can find. Kendra, get that elevator back online.
Power's dead. I can't.
Then reroute the damn power.
Root the damn power!
If we all cooperate, we can figure this out real soon. Let's get that computer display up, Isaac.
Use the location
Okay.
to find your
Locator B. Map M. Oh, great. Non-pause map, your favorite. Journal you probably never need to use, because I don't think there's side quests or any bullshit. And locator. Lays on the floor. Smells sick.
Huh, that doesn't look good. She's taken a lot of damage.
The tram system's offline. Getting around's gonna be difficult. The air seems to be flowing again. That's a start.
What the hell was that?
Automatic quarantine must have tripped when the filtration system restarted. Everybody relax.
What was that? Did you hear that?
Not sure.
What the hell? I don't know. Something's in the room with us.
Please! Open fire! Open fire! Get the power!
Come on. Got it!
Isaac, get the hell out of there!
The door's unlocked!
Oh. But there's loot back there I wanted. Shit. Oh, the flashy lights and he's hitting me and oh. Oh.
Get the hell out of there!
Use run to move faster. I didn't get one hit like that one guy because I have a suit, I guess, but sure wish I had a gun like him. Oh no. His arm's loser. And he just crawling through the top. Dumbass. Necromorph. Oh, he lost his fucking head too. Nice. Why is everyone in space balding? This makes me look less out of place. I'm cosplaying right now. How do you stomp? Stomping's kind of important. Maybe I can't attack until I get my thing off their limbs. I was about to say that. Yeah, that's how you kill. Just need to disable them. Aim, fire, reload. You also have a chance to stomp off a limb like that. Kind of like Resident Evil 4 in a way. You just like knock a guy down and then you whip out the judo or you knife him, save ammo. And I think technically the enemies have health, but it's a lot. You're really just supposed to like disable them or whatever. I'm surprised it had any physics. It didn't break, alright. This is a plasma cutter. They didn't tell me I could reposition it, but I can. On it. It's just a mining laser, it's not a real gun. But it can be a real gun. Other guns in the game are kind of just like guns. And there's like a longer version of this, which is kind of sick, but the shots move slow. Or like a line launcher or something. It might be in Dead Space 2 only, I don't know. Anyways, you can upgrade it, so like, it's very possible to go through the whole game using only this, because it's made for the game mechanics, like it's just better. I'd like to try out the other weapons. I think I was probably stupid and did what I just said originally. Definitely use some other guns in 2. Alright, quick health. I don't get healed very much, or maybe the top just doesn't fill all the way. Walking like you gotta take a shit.
Everybody listen up. They're using the vent.
Probably already did.
Getting around the ship. Stay away from down. Get back. Get
There's always some people alive, so you get audio logs and stuff sometimes, but for the most part the game feels pretty lonely. I think that really helps contribute to the horror vibe.
Isaac!
Especially in space where you actually are alone, it's just like
I can't believe you made it.
all the more
Isaac,
existentially
we ran into
dreadful.
all of them on the way over here. Are you okay?
More what? What the hell are those things? Is that the crew?
Keep your voice down. Whatever they are, they're not friendly. And half
Those
the doors
titties?
on this ship are locked because of the quarantine.
Nice.
Now we have to
Heavenly
get to the bridge.
bodies.
But first, we gotta repair the tram system.
They call
You're
planet,
crazy, Hammond. You're gonna get us all
plant-sized
killed.
tits.
If you listen to me, I will get you out of here alive. Now what's wrong with the tram?
The data board is fried, but there should be a spare in the maintenance bay. There's also a broken tram blocking the tunnel that needs to be repaired. Damn it! Everything is on the other side of this quarantine. We can't reach it from here.
No, we can't. But you can. Isaac, if I can get to the bridge, I should be able to access the personnel files. You fix the tram, and I'll help you find Nicole.
Use the map screen to check objectives and important locations.
Look at that 3D map. Love to see it. What the hell is Tumbleweed? Need the board for the tram. I think this is like the hub. Use the tram to move to the other zones. Save. Can't save often enough. Yeah. Round 1. You unlock some bonus items on subsequent runs. Really a lot of good Resident Evil influence, like it's not quite 4, but and I guess that's just what I mean, it's not quite 4, like it retains a lot of the previous game's DNA. And this isn't even a Capcom game, this is EA. EA and Visceral. So, you know, it's good to see that somebody knew what they were missing, because I personally don't really enjoy Resident Evil 4 that much. Partially because you can't move while you aim. That's really like a deal breaker for me, because I suck at aiming. And it's like way harder to aim with this, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I think it's a good game, and I've seen my brother play it a million times. I just can't do it myself. I mention I suck at aiming because I do. Go watch me play The Evil Within. I think that me being shit helps contribute to the tear and stuff. Please die. Isn't there a save station in the room just before this? Inventory. Getting kind of full. You can upgrade the inventory too, and your health bar, and you get more armor. I think there are different suits to unlock in subsequent runs, but for this one it's just straight upgrades. We've come to a branching path. Which one is correct? Well, it looks like it wants me to go down this hall, so we're gonna not do that. We'll go down the spooky hall and get ambushed or something.
Isaac, be careful. Shooting them in the body didn't seem to work. Go for the limbs. Dismember them. That should do the job.
Conserve ammo by dismembering enemy limbs and doing extra damage.
Oh, never mind. That is the correct way. I remember I'm about to get my telekinesis or whatever. Maybe stasis. One of the two. Yeah, the little dial next to my health bar. That's like a mana meter of sorts.
This is Benson, Tram Engineering. We think we figured it out.
Go.
Smith killed one. Listen, forget about shooting him in the body. You gotta cut off the limbs. Grab a cutter, anything like that. Cut him apart.
My first exposure to Dead Space was actually the animated movie. I don't think it's canon, or I don't think it even got good reviews. They had plasma swords or chainsaws or something. Those are pretty sick. There was a lot of blood in the movie, so I thought it was cool, but I was also a kid. There's a head. Stasis. Aim. Fire is C. Okay. You use like E or F to use the telekinesis, so you have both active. You don't have to do any equipping bullshit.
Looks like that door is malfunctioning, Isaac. Try using the stasis module you just picked up.
Yeah. Relax. It's probably fixed now that I've knocked that body out of the way. Never mind. This game also has some pretty gruesome deaths. That's fun when we die. Or if I picked hard. Like it's being very generous with the save points right now. Who turned out the lights? Pawns. We're all just pawns. Instead of doing that freaking debate as to which way I should have went, I should have just held down the button and it would have told me which way to not go. What a great feature. I should use it more. The bathroom, a gross looking one. Like this place looks cold as fuck. All metal. Eating better be on, god damn it. Plasma energy. There are some guns that just use plasma energy. It's not necessarily plasma cutter ammo. Man, I think that's a cool system, especially in space. Like how they simplified all the ammo in Mass Effect by introducing the thermal clip. Like every weapon just fires kinetic energy as in heat. So the thermal clip is just like a cooling unit, and when it gets too hot, you just throw it out real quick. And so it makes sense that that would be universally applicable to every kind of weapon.
Your stasis module should be able to help you with that arm mechanism.
But that's wasteful. So in the first game, when you were actually a part of the Navy still, you had like a rechargeable thing, like you had to wait for your gun to cool down. We just picked up an upgrade node. Might it skip a couple boops? Claw engaged. Must be another button I have to hit. Like this one? Oh, I need another claw. Okay. Oh, well, hey. You got arms coming out of your baby maker.
managed to get it back to the repair depot, but now the autoloader is fried. I need a stasis module brought down here now. If we don't get this piece of shit off the tracks, it's gonna jam up the whole system.
Oh, look at that. Telling me exactly what I need to know. I guess it doesn't lock the grip until the boops are all gone. Oh, I see. It's a timer. I need to get it while it's gripped and then pull back immediately.
Replacing damaged tram car.
Puzzles. Yeah, wall save.
Isaac, you did it. The tram is blocking the whole system. When you get the computer online, you'll be able to call the tram from the control room.
Oh!
Faster the better. I can hear something crawling around out there.
Now, I don't know if it's a feature of this game or not, but I swear I've seen these bodies get back up if you, like, don't shoot them enough or disable them after they're dead. Now, obviously, after this traumatic ordeal, Isaac goes a little batty. He might already be batty in this game, it's debatable, but... yeah, so in the second game, probably, I swear to God, they come back to life, and that could just have something to do with you being crazy. Go back to the way I came, yeah. Oh man. They're in the vents. That's why I hear them. Really gross. Makes my spine tingle. Oh, hey. Ready for this? Go down. Woo! One of them tail wipers. Ah, there's whispering. I don't like that. Oh, that reminds me. I still need to play Hellblade. My brother bought it forever ago because it was a VR game. Like I said, he like only kind of cares about VR games now. Not to say that the Vive is something he bought recently. He's had it for like 2-3 years now. And seemed to only get off his ass to play a VR game though. He has that. I need to play it. I know there was a lot of whispering in here in that game too.
Security system. It took some work, but I've got the door to the maintenance bay unlocked. The data board should be somewhere inside.
I don't even know what it looks like in VR. That's just what
computer. It's in the maintenance bay.
Gotta have weird controls. Like, it doesn't seem like the kind of game that's made for. Now, obviously, I started pretty late because the whole save data corruption conundrum and getting this set up, putting in my old card. That wasn't fun. My perception of time is going to be a little off, but I do have a game I want to talk about. We're probably at a decent time to start that. But then again, maybe we should wait since we're still in like tutorial land. There's going to be a lot of dialogue. Just know we will talk about a thing.
Isaac, it's Kendra. It looks like the door to the storage room is locked. There should be a key somewhere in the maintenance bay.
That's an explodey. Watch this. Haha. That didn't blow off as many limbs as I thought it would. Superhuman. Oh. Ooh. Obviously, I don't have to kill them. I could have just ran away there, and I think I was maybe supposed to. There are some rooms where you're like locked out, or the lights are off until you kill everything. But right now, I'm just trying to get a feel for what they actually drop, like whether it's money or not. See how much avoidance I'll be doing, because obviously ammo is going to be a problem. Like, I already don't have a lot. Oh. Something I can tell you is that these games are all designed for the enemies to drop a little bit of ammo for you if you're running out. Because it'd be kind of bullshit if you didn't have any, or you like just were bad at the game and you miss shots constantly. So they're kind of designed to just keep you on the edge always. Of course, by having a currency system in the shop, you can like offset that by just buying a ton yourself. Kind of kills the vibe, but you know, if they make the money scarce enough, it works out too. Almost like a safety net, give you a sense of that you have some control over what's going on, even though you really don't. It might even intentionally put like more enemies in a room after a shop to make you spend whatever you just bought. More to game design than just tweaking numbers. Partially like being a movie director, you need to tailor the experience to the various ways a player could interact with the game. wonder if it uses the small ones first, or if it's gonna use the big one when it would be beneficial. Like, I'm kind of intentionally using the small ones when I can. I don't want to use the big one just yet. Oh-ho! Don't miss! Oh, you fucker. Yeah, it's healthy. Aerospace Engineering Department. Shell repairs invoice. Faulty 4 gyro vessel. Replaced, now functional. Missing date 3. Faulty 4 scope. Damaged landing. Everything's just fucking falling apart. I think that's what we're supposed to get. Probably be a lot more survivable if shit was actually functioning on the ship. But I guess nobody expected this to happen. It would. This is like a low sci-fi, low sci-fan world. These necromorphs are seemingly the only aliens that humanity knows about. Science fantasy is just what you call it when there's like space magic, aka the stasis module and the telekinesis, and they don't try to explain how any of the technology works. There's lightsabers and the Force, and aliens are like a stand-in for other fantasy races like elves and dwarves. You know, it's just science themed. It's not fantasy, but it's basically a fantasy thing. Science themed. I think this is more the sci-fi aspect of things, though, with the exception of the stasis and telekinesis. Am I supposed to go back down the elevator? That repair log didn't seem like it was anything too important. It was just a note. Alright. I don't think I grabbed anything else, right? Oh! Use the begin. See how much that heals. I think it's just literally a bar per little capsule. And there might be a way to increase the healing amount or something. Oh, sus. Did that let me into the maintenance room? Note in case you missed the one before. Workbench in this room. Data board. I think that's what I need for the tram. That kind of lantern, gas powered.
Use power nodes to upgrade your weapons and rigs.
Air. You go out into space sometimes, and I guess that just makes things a little more useful if you're bad at solving puzzles. It seems like a weird thing to upgrade, because if you don't upgrade it, then what are they going to do? Just make you start a new game? No. Can't do it, so it's a trap. Unless it makes you upgrade it sometimes. Doesn't look like it does, though. And these are empty nodes you have to spend to get to the HP. Kinda sucks. So, I'd like damage. And it's nice that you can start with the capacity upgrade too. I'm not sure what speed is. Is that reload speed? No, reload is reload speed. So what is speed? Fire speed? I feel like I don't really need any of those. I could probably circumvent it if I wanted to. No, I guess I'd rather have it than not. If I have to like go through a blank space anyways, like, might as well. Anyways. I like that it looks like a circuit board since you're an engineer and all. You literally just welded that stuff on. Slapped on more power nodes. I think that's literally what their upgrade things are called.
That's it, Isaac. Take the board back to tram control and slot it into the computer array.
Now it's a 2,000 watt plasma cutter. Cuts with more plasma than just electrified gas. The sun's made of. You know how like a metal starts to glow when it gets hot and it turns into lava eventually? Well, things go from solid to liquid to gas, and what's after gas? Plasma. That just means glowing gas, essentially. Or like how uranium is all glowy when it's radioactive, and that's just like a really dense rock otherwise. It's like a gas isotope, and we decide it's its own state of matter for some reason. What I wonder is why the lasers are blue on this plasma cutter. Like, I get that what it fires is blue, but like lasers are just red by default. Because it's like the lowest light frequency, whatever, vibration. You don't need to work on fancy colors for your lasers, so we usually just go with red. I think I use green sometimes. Less obvious in the night or something. Hides from night vision. Since that's all like green colored too. And even that's just like in the middle of the spectrum. Blue is like all the way at the end. It's like a really high output laser. Probably takes a lot of battery. Then again, this thing has to make its own energy or whatever, if that's the case. It does fire electrified plasma after all. Maybe it just takes it right from the clip. Of course, the game doesn't tell you. That's why it's sci-fi. This might be from the time period when manuals were still a thing. Maybe it does tell you somewhere. Nowadays we just have little inserts for DLC vouchers and such. Remember to buy PlayStation Plus because you have to subscribe to play online. You know you're already paying your ISP for internet. The middleman kind of bullshit. Oh, right, so fuck me for not keeping track of release dates, but apparently both Dying Light and Elden Ring come out this month. Dying Light 2 comes out on the 4th. So, not this month, we're at the end of January, but very early, very close. Obviously, I really want to play both of them, but Dying Light 2 has the potential to be bad, so I think I'm gonna wait on that one, wait for a review. And then I pre-ordered Elden Ring on Green Man, because I'm confident that's gonna be great. Green Man game, of course, gets you, like, a $50 pre-order, so that's pretty sweet. I'll only gotta pick one of them, because, you know, full price game. One might go on sale at some point. And obviously the time investment aspect of it. Again, I'm really excited for Dying Light 2, but can't wait, and I hope that it's good, because it could be bad.
Fan control computer now online.
Obviously, I'm not streaming Elden Ring. I'm too small for anyone to care to watch me do that. It's also probably going to be a long thing since it's open world, so I just won't. Hello? I put the tram key in. Are you guys going to talk to me, or do I have to activate this console too?
Shipwide tram system reinitialized. All trams now operational. Tram arriving at flight deck station. Quarantine lifted.
All right, we're on board and heading to the bridge. Good work.
Strange. The quarantine just lifted.
Whatever was in the flight lounge must have left. That's lucky for us. Isaac, get back to the Kellion and prep it for launch. We'll find out what we can from the bridge and meet you there.
If we live that long, you're out of your league, Hammond. This is suicide. We're going to die out here.
Your lack of confidence in me is duly noted, Miss Daniels. But I have a mission to complete, and that's exactly what I am going to do, with or without you. Do we understand each other?
Bodied.
Just get us out of here alive.
Oh, those bloody feet. Those are probably mine. Remember when I didn't have a gun, motherfuckers? I'm coming for you. While we're talking about it, I guess, I really liked the first Dying Light. The parkour felt good, melee combat felt alright. I mean, basically when you got to the end of the game, you're able to one-hit, like, cut off zombies with limbs, and that's when the combat felt good, in my opinion, because, like, you move fast, you're always parkouring, you should be able to quickly kill zombies, so, like, in the beginning it was kind of shitty when you're just tanking a lot of hits. But towards the end, I really enjoyed it. The story was pretty bad, terrible. I don't remember a thing about it other than they tried to copy Far Cry 4 or 3. They're the one with bosses. I think that's 3. And there was like a weird drug trip segment at the end. Again, copying Far Cry 3. So that sucked. But there was like a lot of post-launch content, including what remains of Hell Raid. Rest in peace. That was good of them. It's also low-key what happened to Dead Island, since it's made by Techland and Dead Island 2 is never coming out. But again, the story was pretty terrible in that, and I think that it probably only got like a 7 or an 8 in reviews, but there was a lot of post-launch support. Added like co-op vehicles and stuff, lots of new skins for the character.
Isaac.
And like it became a much better game.
It's a nightmare up here. No survivors. We're going to try to get to the command computer. Wish us luck.
I also thought the whole be the zombie mode, where like at night it was more dangerous and there would be a player playing like a hunter zombie, he'd beat his ass. That was pretty satisfying. Because I was good at being the zombie, and I always absolutely annihilated whoever was playing, whoever was hunting me. I don't know if that means that like I was just fighting bad people, or if it only uses their input sometimes. But whatever, I had fun. They were big XP pinatas to me. The new game, got like factions, and they're in the new Dark Ages, so it's like pseudo-medieval, even though it's post-apocalyptic. And there's like choice and consequence for all the factions. Like the world is supposed to change with everything you do, so like there's gonna be a lot of unique game states. Hypothetically, very replayable. I think they claimed it would take like 600 hours if you wanted to get all the endings and stuff. So like, yeah, I definitely would have played a more polished version of the first game with a less shitty story. And now it sounds like they're trying to have a real focus on the story, and that's where the concerns come in. Because the first game's story was not good at all. Obviously, it's like far in the future after that, so like the first game's more or less irrelevant at this point, and they have a clean slate to work with. But it also just sounds very ambitious, so again, there are concerns. Elden Ring's already had like a public network test and stuff, and like, sick, alright? It was going to be sick, and it is sick, so like, that's the one that I picked. Of course, that one comes out towards the end of the month, so... Oh, no. Whip me with his taily ellie. So I think the tutorial specifically said cut off limbs to deal bonus damage. I'm guessing that means when you break a limb, it just does a crap ton of damage. They did say that they technically have health bars. It's probably a combination of both that leads to them dying. Like, disabling should still be your focus, but it's technically just doing big hits to the health bar when you do that. This is the ship. Wow. It's to prep this thing for launch? Are you kidding me? You realize there's no air in space, right? Oh, oh. Oh. No. Well, this is a mining vessel. It has to have at least dinghies to take you to the planet, right? Walking on your arms, it's weird. Degenerate. Being cucked by the suitcase.
What the hell is happening down there? What happened to the shuttle?
That was our ride home. It's the only way off the ship.
Kendra.
No, Hammond! This changes everything!
Just let me think.
Secure the ship, no biggie.
Can you access the command computer?
It's no good. There's an executive lockdown of all primary systems. Without the captain's authorization, I can't access them.
Well, where's the captain?
Here he is. Captain Benjamin Mathias. Location? Med lab. Status? Deceased.
What? How?
I can't access that information. Find the captain and you'll find
What?
his
How?
bag. With his authorization codes, I can crack this computer wide open.
Damn it. Isaac, I'm sending the tram back to your location. Get to the medical deck and find that rig as fast as you can.
What was that?
Didn't I hack a door when we came in? Can I just go to the computer? Or... Oh, okay. Oh. I think it kind of made that a little more traumatic when I cut off the camera feed. Inventory takes kind of obnoxiously long to open. It does that because they don't want you using it in combat, of course. The bathrooms, I guess they're the same ones you already looted earlier. Elevator. Load. My porn star name.
Find your weapons and items at the store.
Oh,
And
store.
place extra items in the safe.
Home. Phase network. To our valued employees, please take care upon leaving the tram station. Thanks. Well, like, don't get fucking egged by the train. Oh, workbench, nice. Yeah, this is the level hub. Put everything you need right here, except a save room. Gosh. Guess were you to ever lose this, you can buy another one. Wide beam slicer. There's the line gun, baby. Pulse rifle. Air rate of fire. All-2 suit. I'm definitely buying the armor upgrade. Just because, one, it looks cool. Two, inventory slots. You saw the new helmet it gave you. Looks kind of stupid compared to the original. It does have plating on it and all, but okay. Just put some more little shingles on your main suit. Makes you look a little more armored, I guess. I've never actually played the third game, even though it's a co-op thing. Like, you think I would have played it with my brother, but I didn't. Or it's not that good, and it kind of, like, takes the RE4 route, like I was talking about, and just, like, full balls to the wall action the whole time. Oh, we're probably good. I could technically buy the pulse rifle. I need to carry more ammo. Yeah, what am I talking about? I'll buy it. They just get more inventory space.
Red weapon icon. Read your weapon has no ammo in its clip.
Do I need to equip it? Or can I just not equip it while I have... It's on 3 for some reason, not 2. That's weird. I don't like that. It's on 2. Okay, I guess 2 is down.
Isaac, it's me.
Watch this whenever I want. Wow.
I wish I could talk to you.
I wish I could talk to you. Oh.
I'm sorry about everything.
Yeah, I'll cut it off when I activate the tram, or maybe it'll tell me where to go.
It's all falling apart here. I can't believe what's happening. It's strange. Such a little thing.
Oh, my pussy. I need you, Isaac. Ah, I see. It saves for you. Yeah, it's a joke because you don't talk to Nicole ever, alright? I don't know anything about her other than that she's Isaac's girlfriend. And that she's a minor too. So, like, or a scientist or something. Am I supposed to... You already travel? That was quick.
He's here. Nothing to be afraid of. I knew you would come. Just like you said. I saved this for you.
Oh, well, she's blind. That's creepy. Jesus. Thank you.
Wants to take me. Shut up.
She's dead. Ah! That's funny. As I was saying, yeah, you don't know anything about Nicole other than minor scientist, whatever, Isaac's girlfriend. So, like, she's literally just Princess Peach. Like, she's a fucking... She's a body, she's a goal, she's an objective, she's not a person. So when I say this was a booty call, I mean it. Yo, Isaac, space is so lonely. Please come. On me. I guess I need kinesis to move these. Do I press F to throw it? Okay, cool. Bruh. No schematics to add items to the store. Flamethrower. Fuck, I should have saved up for that. Since I'm probably gonna miss a lot of shots with the pulse rifle and I don't have ammo for it at the moment, I'll just save that for when there's multiple enemies around.
We were attacked.
Maybe when I'm in a hallway or something.
I can't believe I lost her. We can still do this. Get me the captain's rig codes and we'll find Nicole. Looks like the crew barricaded the door to the emergency wing. You'll have to blow through it to get to the morgue. Get some thermite from medical storage, and a shock pad from zero-G therapy. Should be down the corridor. Communication is useless in all this static.
Well, I heard you just fine, buddy. But you have to listen to yourself talk. Or me, for that matter. Oh, pulse rounds. They look like grenades. AKA the German hand grenade. I call it a grenade because it's a grenade on a rod. And for whatever reason, I feel a lot safer throwing those. It probably doesn't fit in as many spaces as the normal grenade, and like you're trying to throw it through a window or something, there's a chance the rod would like bounce it back at you. That's probably why they don't do that anymore. Those are just more aerodynamic, but I like the grenade design. Is this? Yeah, I don't need to be here right now. Looks like there's a workbench in that room though. That's a sort of hub area. Have fun banging your head against the wall, friend. I'm gonna go do the same elsewhere.
All weapons have an alternate firing mode.
Oh, now you tell me? Wait, does that mean... No. I can't stomp with the middle mouse button. That's how I've been doing it. Wait, what? Did I just, like, fire all around me? What the fuck was that? Oh, that's sick. Man, I've never used a pulse rifle in my life. Oh, I need to refill. That looks weird.
Hazardous anomaly detected. Quarantine activated.
Seen that plastic body thing? It reminded me that you can like play with a lot of different effects in the Reshade. Like you can completely change the art style of this, make it look like a cel shaded thing if you wanted, hypothetically. I was playing Fallout 3, I turned on the line detector. It just, you know, adds a hard outline to everything like an anime game. And I thought it looked really good, and it might actually look good in this art style too. I'm tempted to turn it on, but I don't want to play with it while oh fuck. No mercy, it just knocked my freaking torso off. EBM blood, fine sharp. What stands for lookup texture? That's like the color of the light, essentially. So normally that's just a standard white to black gradient, but if you wanted things to look like a little red or brown, like they do in Team Fortress, for example, or if you wanted to enforce cel shading, you would just change the LUT, and it's as simple as that. You don't have to do any other crazy math. Now, I know that option exists somewhere in Uni Engine, and that's what I'm desperately looking for so that I can upgrade to the normal render pipeline. Because right now I'm using the legacy stuff because the cell shading that I came up with was like a hack of the standard lighting system, and it completely breaks when you upgrade to the newer versions. Oh wow.
Hazardous anomaly detected. Quarantine activated.
Yeah, there were more. Biohazard. I guess there's more guys behind that door. This is the time period where furniture never existed in video games. Watch the vents. Yeah, it's very common for furniture to just not be around, but the first time I really noticed it was in Resistance: Fall of Man, which is like a PlayStation exclusive FPS franchise. You know, it's exclusive. I figured it'd be good. I gave it a try, and I just like, I was immediately taken out of it by like how low quality it felt. And yeah, you just went in the first mission. I didn't even get past the first mission. I was just out. I didn't buy the game. I got it from a friend, so like I didn't have any cost sunk fallacy or whatever to worry about. Anyways, first mission, you're like walking through a war zone. There's a lot of houses that you go through, and there's just nothing in any of them. Just like a single table, maybe an empty bookshelf. And like, as someone who played Fallout 3 in New Vegas how many times before touching that game, I'm like, where's all the furniture? And those are open world games. Like, these people absolutely could have did better. I can only assume that you're not in city or housing environments for most of the game, and that's why they just didn't bother making those assets. But, like, nothing else about the game felt very special, so I just didn't care to keep playing it. I think I was done within 30 minutes of touching it.
What in God's name is going on down there?
I think that's precisely the point, Doctor. God's work.
I'm not so sure of that. We have to assume that the colony's problems are somehow connected to the marker.
You can assume all you want to. I do not. The marker is glorious and divine. You know that.
God moves in mysterious
Anyway, we'll have it on board tomorrow. You can analyze it all you want to. What are you so worried about?
Worried? Captain, people are dying down there, killing each other. Is this madness the transformation unitology teaches us?
Doctor. Terrence. There will always be risk when the stakes are high. And here, they're enormous. It could change everything.
And that's what worries me.
So, already you should know that there's some bullshit going on, right? First you came to the station, nobody was there to greet you, and then nobody told you that there was bullshit with aliens going on here. And there were people killing each other down the planet, and that was never reported. Like, you just came here thinking everything was normal. So somebody's, like, covering this whole incident up. This door unlocked or nah? Locked. I didn't come up here intentionally, but I thought I'd check since I activated this elevator. Right, the marker, mysterious and divine. So you can assume that people are worshipping an object, and I don't know, you might think that there's like a religious debate going on, that's why people are killing each other. Obviously you need more information, but like you're already getting a lot of questions just from watching that one video clip, right? Julio. Way we're supposed to go. That's where we found the clip. I can barely read that. It seems like there's actual text written on it though, like I'm supposed to read it, but oh well. I can only really make out Chris. It sucks because sometimes there's like actual information hidden on these things. They're coming. Guy shit himself on the toilet. Flush. Fucking degenerate. He doesn't put his shopping cart back on the rack either. I guess that's a saw blade. You didn't guess. You can use the kinesis to throw shit at enemies too. Not always worth it with the blunt objects. You want to get something sharp like one of these limbs or that saw blade, and then it really fucks them up.
The believer within me wants to become one of them. The scientist needs to uncover their secrets. I need to study one of these necromorphs, as Kyne so clinically puts it. I need to witness this infection firsthand. Perhaps that patient from the colony. Come on! Come on!
Babies. Oh. I don't know why there are babies in these tanks. Maybe it's some kind of cloning program. Or maybe they just, like, remove babies from women in the future to prevent the whole impairment of the pregnancy period. Or maybe our corporate overlords demand that we come to work even when we're about to give birth. We just grow them externally. Maybe all impregnation is external since it's safer or something. People just don't die. No going out into the hospital to get delivered or whatever. I actually don't think there's anything in the game explaining that, but like there are babies in the tanks and obviously they have become infected, so we're gonna be shooting babies. Hope you're okay with that, world. Oh. Kick the baby. Yeah, I said I hope you're okay with it, world. I'm definitely okay with it. I fucking hate children. Also, they're monsters, so like, whatever. And it's a video game. You should be okay with murdering anyone and anything. Because that's what you already do normally. Don't be a hypocrite. I don't think it's weird that you kill babies and not weird when you kill humans. Any human. But I think it's kind of bullshit that they had to, like, turn off child death in Skyrim and stuff, even though it's implemented in the game. Just to avoid controversy, but, like, you're murdering people constantly in that game. What the fuck? Murder's okay, but it's different when they're children. And yeah, normally they're like bandits and stuff, but there's literally a weapon you get called, like, I think it's the Ebony Katana that gets stronger when you murder people who are friends with you. Loved ones and such. So in order to fully power it, you have to, like, murder all the potential wives in the game. Kind of fucked up, but it's cool. Again, as there's cold-blooded murder in the game too. You're not just destroying bandits all the time. But also fuck children. Damn, he's thick. Is this like a liposuction type thing? And what's up with the arms, man? They look freaking scary. I guess this is how they explain the necromorph things. Looking all weird. Probably should have looked at that sign outside that showed like a guy flexing and there's like an incision on his arm. Like, they grow his muscles? Is that what's going on here, maybe? Do they grow the desired body parts on the children and then surgically replace your arm with whatever jacked arm has been grown on the child, maybe, so you don't have to spend time at a gym or something? I mean, that comes down to, like, arguments of animal cruelty and abortion and such, stem cell research. Like, oh, here's the sign. Biological Prosthetic Center. So, either a robot arm, in case of his hand, or literally a new arm, I think is what it means. I think I was right on the money with what I just said. They're growing limbs on children. And maybe you're not supposed to see this. Maybe it's like a down low thing. But, like... So is abortion murder? Question mark. Political stance. I'm gonna say no, because the organs are like the last things to develop. Like, yeah, things take a human shape.
Picked up should be able to melt through the barricade. Use the shock pad to ignite it. Hope I can hold this position. I can hear something big moving out there.
When you look at an ultrasound, yeah, it's in like a human shape, but like it's flat like paper. Like there's nothing inside that shape. It gets filled out last minute, so like everything's still gooey jelly when it comes out. And that's why like kids are born with peanut heads and stuff. Like it needs to retake shape, and like your skull is made of how many hundred bones because it literally breaks. It's too big when it comes out. So like there's nothing in there up to a certain point. So like, you know, there's a whole group of people who say like the last 2 or 3 months is when it's considered murder again. And you know, okay, fine, I'll maybe take that argument. Though I think I'm good with it all the way because the kid hasn't experienced anything. No experiences is no life in a more philosophical sense of things. And that's what I mean when it comes down to animal cruelty arguments. Like, think of like veal. Like the baby cow was born in a net, it never touched the ground, so its meat would stay all soft and delicious. And yeah, that cow never had a chance at life. It was born to be food. And if that's how it was, that's okay. I'm okay with eating it. I don't feel like I tortured a baby cow or whatever. I tortured food. And I'm also not the one who tortured it. It was already killed. So yeah, I guess I'm contributing to the demand, but that meat was gonna rot if I didn't eat it. And in that same vein, even if you outlaw abortion, there are going to be plenty of people who like don't want to or shouldn't be taking care of children, and they're going to try and get rid of it through illegal means. So you could just throw out that corpse, or you could use the stem cells for something useful. I guess that comes back to like the Native American philosophy of using every part of the animal, respect the dead and such. So to go back to relevance, what they were doing in that lab, hypothetically growing limbs on children for people who were alive, yeah, it's probably fine. I think I'm okay with that. As long as the children never wake up, like their growth is halted and their limbs are harvested before they get to that point in development, at the very least. Obviously those children got past that point since they're walking around and shit. That schematic out of our inventory. Hydrazine industrial torch. Ooh. Expensive. So like, that's what I'm talking about. I kind of want to buy more med packs, or I'd buy a big one if they had them. But if I buy them, then the game's not going to drop them. So like, it's kind of just a waste of money in that sense. Like, it's going to give them to me regardless. Or, you know, I can just get good. Pulse ammo do I have? A lot. A lot more than cutter, actually. I should probably be using a little more. I think that's a normal person. Okay, well, you don't come back, fella. Can I not carry more? What's the deal? Oh. I was just having trouble prioritizing it over the recharge station. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I wish I played more space games because I like having discussions like that about hypothetical technology. That's exactly what science fiction is. And it usually leads to dystopian, like, horror situations like what we just saw. Yeah, it's probably something that won't ever get implemented in our world because of ethics. But it hypothetically could work, and it's kind of cool. So do I just move this, or... Okay. That's probably good. Block, you need to use a node to unlock these. You need to judge whether or not they're worth it. Dr. Warwick B, Chief Psych Officer, report of psychiatric observation. Harris is asleep after another strong sedative, seems literally unable to sleep without chemical aid. Most people come to exhaustion after 50 plus hours of waking. Really? That's like 2 days, dude. Over 2 days. What the shit? Or I guess that means when you, like, pass out entirely. Regardless of any desire to stay awake, not with Harris, his explanation of events in the colony is also odd. Points to the same paranoia we've seen elsewhere planet-side. His guilt is no doubt to planet-side security officers. Were present when they took Dr. Scalero hostage, murdered Nurse Evans, doesn't deny his actions, but he insists there was no crime, nor does he feel his guilt. This is classic sociopathic behavior, but Harris exhibits no other symptoms. He is affable and friendly, able to empathize and offer original opinions. When questioned about the murder, however, he becomes withdrawn and intransigent, the word, displaying schizophrenic behavior. He also undergoes intermittent hallucinatory periods, again similar to those experienced by other colonists. Harris claims he threatened the doctor because he had to stop the dreams and faces, and that he'll kill again, make it whole again. What that means, I haven't determined yet. An almost intriguing case. Okay, so now you know it's not like a religious or political thing. People are actually going crazy. That's why they're killing each other. Voices are telling them to make something whole again. I think that I unlocked that by, like, interacting with something through the gate, and I wasn't actually supposed to see that. You kind of have to judge whether or not it's worth it to open these doors. There's usually another power node inside, sometimes multiple, but sometimes it's shit in here. The big loot you could see through the window there in this room was a special circuit board, like a ruby circuit board or something. You sell those for big money. Semiconductor. Gold. You can afford to throw out a few.
You found something down there, didn't you?
Yes, we found something.
So the texts were right all this time.
I wouldn't be certain of that. There was nothing divine in what I saw.
We must embrace this. We are the first witnesses.
Matthias isn't letting anyone down in the colony. It's under quarantine until we learn more.
To hell with Matthias. He of all people should know that this is greater than him, or the operation, or even the company. This is our deliverance.
Keep your damn voice down. People are dying down there.
Only the worthless and the unbelievers.
Fuck is that? We're in a medical ring, like it's... I think that's like an MRI machine of sorts, but I don't know. There's some kind of fuel rod. That's a battery. Put the battery in the hole. What? We need to freaking deploy it. Powered the elevator. Or oh, oh baby. Man, that was a good fake out. I thought it was gonna be the man, but it was a vent. Too busy looking at the man, I got ambushed. Now buy pulse ammo. You feel like they should be selling that from the beginning since they sell the pulse rifle. Alright. Okay. Wonder if there was anything hidden down here, or if I can even fall off ledges. I have no idea. I don't want to try. I started at like 10, maybe 10:20-ish. 12:20 now, so we've been going for 2 hours, I think. Seems we have time for a bit more. What are you willing to give up your life for? The marker will save us. Put it back, put it back, put it back. Go. And that's not English. It looks kind of like Thai with all the swirlies on it. Not even sure if Thai is the correct word. Because, like, there's Taiwan and there's Thailand. I'm not sure which one gets ownership over the term Thai. I think Taiwan is maybe Chinese speaking. Or some kind of Korean dialect, perhaps. Sound like he's struggling to breathe so damn much.
Shimura is able to set his gravity locally. Your grav boots will kick in when you enter a zero-G area.
Zero gravity therapy room. Navigate zero-G environment is dangerous. Only crew members wearing gravity boots should activate gravity control panel. Caution all time. Station should not enter unless accompanied by. What is zero-G therapy? Are you just like relaxing bones? Would you hypothetically heal better if you weren't under the effect of gravity, or is it like a sensory deprivation chamber? That's when you like just lay down in water with blindfolded, ears plugged, no senses. It's supposed to give you an out-of-body experience. You can like pay to do that. Sounds neat. Also sounds like a waste of money, because like I can do that kind of thing at home in my bathtub, right?
Your ammo counter will flash red if you can't jump to a surface.
How? I have to aim first. Then press control. Need plenty of batteries. Oh baby, we're in space. Plenty of battery. Let's see. Hop in there. Maybe I hop through here later. I only need one battery, it seems. Get in there. Do I need one that's not flashing, maybe? That one's dead. That one's dead. No? Alright, I guess it just flashes when it's out. Weird. Any other loot in here? Or? Feels weird that I like can't aim up, but I guess on a curved surface I'd be like breaking my spine to do so. Also, this man owns some gravity boots. Big million.
Exiting zero gravity.
You're a spaceman and you don't own gravity boots?
Great.
What are you doing
You
with
got
your
a
life?
sharp pad. Combine that with the thermite at the barricade to destroy it. Shit. I can hear more coming. Moving through the vents. Stay safe, Isaac.
Entering zero gravity.
Oh, don't make me 0G.
Zero gravity. Entering zero gravity. Exiting.
Oh.
Entering zero gravity. Exiting zero gravity. Entering zero gravity.
So, is like Google Translate not public domain, or like the voice I mean? Like all those people who make the shitty, lazy Ask Reddit videos or stuff, they all have like the Australian Google Translate man, right?
Exiting zero gravity.
My question is, why did they pay someone to record their own synthetic translate voice for this game when they could have just literally used Google Translate?
Entering vacuum.
People do make money using it. It has to be like fair use or public domain or something, right? I'm not even sure if they own the rights to that voice or whatever. Like, it's just an algorithm. That might be public in itself, and you can use it for other things.
Exiting vacuum.
Oh, right, I totally forgot. We have a game to talk about, guys. Forget about growing limbs on babies. This is another space game, actually. Journey to Savage Planet. I think it maybe came out like 2 years ago or so. I also bought the hot garbage DLC for it. I guess they're not doing any other DLCs, but okay. But what is it? It's a sort of puzzle platformer, 3D Metroidvania type thing. You do have a gun and a grapple hook, and you can jump, and you have a jetpack. But like, it's not a shooter necessarily. There are some bosses you fight, and they're pretty fun. I'd definitely call it a platformer first, though. Though stylized cartoony art style still looks good. There is something back there. Okay, So you are working for... Why did I forget the name of the company? It doesn't matter. You're working for a company. They sent some things out into space to go investigate potentially suitable planets, since Earth is pretty fucked up from capitalism, global warming, and such. So your company, fourth best in the world, I guess. How am I forgetting the name? It's in my face the whole damn game. Like, the game is full of corporate advertising. It's meant to be a joke. Every time you return to the ship, even, you get like a fake ad played to you. It'd be like, here's an ad for this meat slop that tastes like stuff that everyone's eating, or like, here's a mall with little fake humans in it, kind of like sea monkeys, but with humans. The ads are pretty funny. Like, they're gross. Everyone is unreasonably ugly, and then like the products are kind of gross in their own nature, but like they're also kind of like utopian things, like stuff that you would hypothetically want on some level. The ads themselves very much remind me of something you'd see from like Cinco Corporation in Tim and Eric Awesome Show. Great job. Anyways, so you wake up on your ship and you watch like a live action video. There are plenty of live action videos rather than just reading emails or whatever. You get funny videos from the CEO of the corporation telling you what to do. Your planet, very Earth-like, except, you know, weird plants, weird animals. But there's plenty of life on it, that's the point. And then once you fix up your ship a little and you go out into the world, you notice this big tower. And that's bad, because that means aliens. The first sign of alien life in the universe, I guess. I don't know. So they start giving you special instructions from that point on, because you have a secret to keep. And basically they just want you to go investigate that tower while also doing your previous duties of surveying the planet, scanning all the life forms. And also, the company didn't have a lot of money, so they kind of sent you there without any equipment. You need to find suitable substitutes on the planet. Cough, cough. Find Chozo statues and collect upgrades. They're not Chozo statues, they're whatever the alien life form is, but yeah, you like go to the literal shrines and gather fuel samples or take stuff out of crystals to get upgrades. Probably want to invest in more health sooner rather than later. Also, probably would have been smart to just keep a single node on me at all times, but well. If you can't tell, the game's going for like a comedy vibe, and I think it's pretty funny. Plenty of effort put in terms of the live action videos and stuff and the ads. Again, definitely like a puzzle platformer. I don't think any of the puzzles are too difficult, but like there's a lot of them, so it always feels like you're making progress. Little dopamine hits from doing all the things. Plenty of stuff to collect. It's kind of a collect-a-thon. So there's all the animals and plants to scan, points of interest to scan. There's little orange goos you eat to increase your health and stamina. All the upgrades you have to collect, of course. And then there are also like plant seeds that you pick up to throw at things, like a bomb plant or like a toxic gas plant. You get like soda cans full of meat slop that you throw and use as bait. Lots of other stuff like that. Grapple hook. Use all those to solve puzzles. I imagine it's something like Bug Snacks, which is exclusive to Epic Store still, and I really want to play it, but I don't want to download the Epic Store and like just to play Bug Snacks. I don't know what else is on the Epic Store. Probably a lot of things, but plus the free stuff they give out. But whatever. I don't care. So yeah, you're just exploring a weird planet, lots of comedy happening, doing puzzles, small, easy puzzles, lots of platforming. You unlock double jump, triple jump, quadruple jump, killing enemies, and slapping mining nodes. Forgot to mention, the melee attack is just a slap, it's not a punch. It's pretty funny. You can also play the game in co-op, and there's an achievement for slapping your partner, so that's funny. You can also like look above an enemy and press melee, and you'll kick them, which you use to knock some enemies into like meat grinding monsters, to open up doors. They're like science experiments you can do too, just to mess around with the game some. So they'll let you like use the sticky bomb to stick 5 enemies and then kill them all really quick, or throw the meat slop on an enemy to make them eat it. How many guys, or whatever. And doing those science experiments increases your science rank to unlock more upgrades you can buy with the materials I said you harvested, right? Here, I'll buy a power node now, actually. If I want the line gun, it's kind of just a longer plasma cutter, like, probably just takes more ammo or something, I don't know. I'm not too jazzed about it. I'd rather have a weapon that's more unique, like the flamethrower. But I also don't really have the inventory space to carry more ammo types at the moment, so stick with what we've got. I think this is flashing because it's new. Right, so not every upgrade is important. Like, obviously all the goo globs to increase your health, those are optional. But you do have optional upgrades you can get. And also, once you collect the sample or whatever from the shrine, you also have to go back to the ship and actually 3D print the thing that you can use. So stuff like the additional jumps beyond the double jump, or the super jet booster, or like upgrades for your scanner, or upgrades for your gun, like adding bounce shots, or a charge shot, or just more damage ammo, faster reloads, those are all optional. Or you need to use the materials that you collect to print them. Which gives you a reason to go back to the ship and watch more ads. Fun ads. And you do need to collect 5 out of the 10 available alien fuels
Should be
to
clear from
beat
there
the
to
game.
morgue. Remember, the codes are on the captain's body.
You need to be able to get back home, right? So if you're speed running the game, you can optionally collect 5. There are plenty just like out in the open. They're easy to find towards the end of the game, but if you're speed running, you can look for the hard ones and get 5 and get out of here real quick.
Transmitting ship-wide. We need more help. We don't have the resources to deal with this many cases. Nobody would tell us what's happening. These wounds, we are not equipped to deal with this. Hold him! None of you hold him down! There's recording.
That was Nicole, right? I can't tell from here when that log was made. I'm sure she's around here somewhere.
What was I saying? Right, so obviously doing just that is enough to beat the game and watch credits. But that's how you get the bad ending. You need to complete your mission and survey the whole planet, investigate the tower. If you want the good ending. I say good because it's probably still not very good, but alright, So the game kind of encourages you to do the whole collectathon. It's constantly rewarding you with more of those videos, and like you get upgrades for doing things. Collecting all the globs, which is the main collectathon thing, gets you more health and stuff, so that's just good. There is an old game minus mode, which just makes the game harder, and one of the things includes is limited lives, so increasing your health matters a lot more there. Otherwise, I think I died like 13 times total, something like that. They made a joke about the printer not being 100% accurate, so after 50 deaths, it's supposed to be bad for you. And I didn't die enough to see if there's a joke attached to that. But I imagine 50 is like the limit in old game minus then. There wasn't a harder difficulty option, so again, I don't think the old game minus is going to be all that difficult. Were I to play it. There's some goofy achievements outside of doing the science experiments and collecting all the things. I didn't get all the achievements because a lot of them are attached to co-ops, so I just didn't bother. But otherwise, I did scan and collect every single thing in the game. So with the exception of achievements, I did 100% it, and I had a great time doing so. I definitely recommend just completing it, because it's not very difficult, it doesn't take too long. I think with the DLC, I took like 13, 14 hours. Main game took 11. DLC was done in one sitting. For the DLC, you go to investigate, why your radio signals, or why your corporation's radio signals are being blocked on a planet that they bought, that they plan to set up an old person retirement planet on. And you see this other company is like dumping all their waste there, and you gotta like boot them off the planet because they're squatting there illegally. And more corporate drama, more jokes, get some more upgrades. Quick fun little jaunt. I will say the boss fights are fun, like there's more combat in that, I guess, but you also did less collectathoning there. So it wasn't quite the same as what you'd expect from the main game. I mean, it's just a video game-ass video game, like, it's fun. Lots of stuff to do. Always doing jokes at you. It's a very directed experience, while you do explore and backtrack some. You can hypothetically get through it quickly if you just don't explore. And the world's fun, everything's kind of goofy. And yeah, it's just a great experience. I had a wonderful time playing it. I recommend doing everything in the game. Is that all I have to say? Like, it's not a complex game by any means. Like, if you like collectathons, if you like 3D platformers, if you like Metroid Prime, especially, play it. It was very fun. I felt kind of weird starting it while I'm currently still playing The Outer Worlds, though. because they kind of have like overlap with the whole corporate comedy thing and the space and the weird planets, but whatever. It was quick, short, fun, like a candy bar, and a wonderful time playing. You know, I bet that it's really cool to see like a co-op speedrun, since you can split up and gather the upgrades, and like one guy does all the backtracking while the other guy just plays the main game. Maybe you meet up simultaneously at the end. I'm very interested to see something like that. Sounds pretty cool. Sadly, it's only online co-op, otherwise I would have invited my brother to play for a bit just to get the achievements, but oh well. Yeah, Journey to Savage Planet, wonderful game. I bet the line launcher's long enough to cut off all those limbs at once. Probably why it gave me some line ammo to tempt me to buy it. Oh, there's an enemy beside me. I'm not okay with that. That guy died early. Good thing about that node, huh? So even if you don't think this game's scary necessarily, it does have a very good science fiction thing going on. There's a big mystery around what's going on to keep you interested. And like, yeah, the monsters are grotesque. And that's cool and all, but after a while you get used to seeing them, right? And whenever you hear stuff crawling in the vents, you know what's coming. But I think they do lots of stuff to like play around with it. Like, even if you know what's coming, they still do a good job instilling a little fear before it pops out, and it comes down to just you killing it. So I think it does a good job at maintaining the horror, which some games just fail to do. Like The Evil Within, for example. It was like horror themed, but it wasn't very scary. This one's both.
Hello? Can anybody hear me? My name is Eileen Fisk. I just woke up in here and everybody was gone. I don't know what's happening. Why did they all leave? I'm going to try and find someone. If you can hear this, please come for me. I can hear scratching in the wall. Hello? Who's there? Are you a doctor? Why is everyone... Wait, I know you. You're Harris, the prisoner from the colony. You killed that nurse. Help!
Hey, 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 whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, he was still alive. Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention, in Savage Planet, when you die, you leave a corpse behind. So he's usually dead in a funny pose. Like, if you feel your death, you'll see that you just, like, head first in the ground. And you can, like, go do a corpse run to get your shit back and shamefully bury the body if you find it. The achievement for scanning the body because it's kind of creepy. I thought it was a nice touch. Probably did it specifically for the co-op aspect, but they made a joke out of it, which I appreciate. This is just a lot of ammo, huh? I don't know why they just like completely glossed over me to make sure I even knew what was in here after I looted it, but I unlocked the line rack schematics, so I guess I kind of have to buy it since I now wasted a node on the ammo for it.
Hello? Can anybody hear me? My name is Eileen Fisk. I just woke up in here and everybody was gone. I don't know what's happening. Why did they all leave? I'm going to try and find someone. If you can hear this, please come for me. I can hear scratching in the wall. Hello? Who's there? Are you a doctor? Why is everyone... Wait, I know you. You're Harris, the sister from the colony. You killed that nurse. Help! Somebody help me! Please!
Fucking around here because I don't have any heals. Plenty of line ammo. Pulse rifle ammo though, because I just opened that door. I just used a crap ton of it, goddamn. I think that whole hallway was probably not worth it. Stop murdering. And a baby in fetal. He's on like a little operating table. It has to be what's going on. Growing limbs on the children. Or it could just be they take it out of the person, put it in the tank if it's like the external birthing, the thing. Yeah, this could also just be a cloning chamber. So ambiguous, which unethical, possibly ethical, I don't know. Which strange new technology are they using? X-log. You think I'm gonna read that? Well, I guess if it brings it up for me, I will. Benjamin, were they operating on the captain here? Further to our previous conversation, I asked that you delay bringing the marker up from the planet for a day or two. You know, I am as keen as anyone to study it in detail, and I understand your sense of urgency given the events of the colony. But that's why I ask, what's happening down there is just too unique, too unprecedented. They cut it short without proper time to study the cause and effects. In light of a discussion I had with Dr. Mercer, I'd like to meet with Dr. Diarlo and well-landed plant side to get their observations. Parents.
Dr. Kine reporting. The colony's problems concern me greatly. I have no doubt they are somehow linked to the discovery of the marker. But the exact nature of that connection is still unknown. Almost 40% of the colonists are experiencing a form of dementia. The obvious symptoms are acute depression, insomnia, and hallucination. Incidents of violence and even murder also indicate extreme paranoia. Dr. Mercer has advised that I bring some of the affected on board for study. Dr. Wellen, the planet-side psychiatrist, has reported that his own analysis has been fruitless. I'm hesitant to rely on Dr. Mercer at this point, but I need his expertise. We need solutions, and we need them quickly.
How are we on level progress? It looks like we've probably explored most of this place. Which is good, because I think we're almost at 3 hours, if not past it already. So I guess whenever we finish this zone, we'll be done for the day. And to reiterate, if someone who is watching the previous Darksiders 3 run is here, that save file got corrupt because the computer crashed while I was grinding, and that sucks. We're not doing that anymore, I'm afraid. Oh, oh! Sucks because I put in like a lot of time grinding, like at least another 10 hours. I honestly didn't get much done because I was such a high level already, and like, I didn't make it past round 25 of the Crucible. I was trying every time I got to the boss, which takes like 30 minutes just to get to that one round. It allegedly takes like 2 hours to do the whole thing in one run like you're supposed to. That little stingray's a necromorph proper, by the way. Those convert to corpses, as it just showed you. Yeah. All that really happened was I made it to the first boss. I failed to kill it a few times. I changed up my build a little. Like, I figured out that arcane damage doesn't happen to be that often, so I swapped out the one that boosted arcane damage for one that boosted physical defense. On my glaive, I mean, so I just had more armor in general. I figured out that there were more armor sets unlocked through the arena, which are all pretty busted, but I didn't have the money to get them. You also have to beat at least one of the bosses to unlock the first one. There's one for each tier that you be in. Also, the bosses are not the main 7 deadly sins of the game, so there wasn't that to worry about. There's no way to refight them, sadly. Jesus Christ. Have a lot more health than normal ones.
Codes received, and they look good. Thank God. I'll start accessing the captain's records right now. Head to the tram station, and I'll contact you there. I'm going to find out what the hell happened to the ship.
But, like, on one hand, we beat Lust on the new hardest difficulty, so that's a new achievement. Like, that was the hardest boss in the game. On the other, I didn't get to finish the last boss of Keepers of the Void. I wasn't looking forward to doing the whole Crucible, honestly, since I figured out that they weren't, like, unique bosses, but I wanted to finish that DLC at least. I'm kind of pissed. It's my sad duty to officially pronounce Captain Benjamin Mathias dead. The course of the exact circumstances surrounding his death are inflicted and beyond the scope of my role. I can only report the body. Subject was generally good health for his age. Through a cursory blood test indicates his leukocyte count was very low, with eosinophils in particular almost non-existent. Eosinophils. His pre-flight physical exam showed no such problems, indicating rapid onset. However, it is unlikely he had any effect on his death. Multiple contusions on the arms and hands indicate a brief struggle. Pre-mortem, slight constitution around the ribcage, suggesting his chest was restrained in some way. Cause of death was a single prolonged trauma to the ocular body, which continued on through the cavity wall and finally into the frontal lobe, causing rapid neurotrauma, seizure, and death. So he was stabbed in the eye, and I went to his brain. Thanks for the fancy language. The force required to puncture the ocular cavity in this manner was great, and probably self-infliction correspondingly low. Therefore have no alternative but to record a preliminary verdict of unlawful death. Whether deliberate or accidental is beyond my jurisdiction. So I guess that body was the captain, and I guess he was supposed to be a sort of boss. Maybe later on, those will become the normal enemies, like the Crimson Heads in Resident Evil. But I did say we were approaching the end of this area, like it looks like we've been all over the map, so it makes sense for there to be a boss there, right? Or at least a unique variant of the normal enemies. There are bosses in this game, but that's like, just a unique variant is a good first boss to fight, I suppose. Oh, speaking of unique variants, I looked up what New Game Plus did. In Darksiders 3, we're still talking about. So you get to keep basically everything, but you have to re-unlock all the weapons. So they maintain their upgrades, their enchantments you get to keep. The survivors you've collected you get to keep. The game gets harder every time you redo it, up to 9 times in a Dark Souls-like fashion. And there are new enemies around, like entirely new enemies, and just stronger variants of them. And there's also new drops, one of which is armor shards, so you can upgrade the armors that you bought. And that's a cool new mechanic, I guess. I was thinking, with the 10% damage reduction from whatever armor you're wearing, and the 25% from the enchantment that does that, and then like a fortifier, you're probably basically invincible, but maybe with upgrade armor you want to rely on whatever enchantment, and that frees up more space for you to play with enchantments. That's kind of a good thing, but you also have to play a game a lot to get there. They also boosted the max level to 300, so 100 in each stat. Hypothetically, I could have used my old save file and continued from there, but the build on that character is kind of different, and also I would have to redo all the Keepers of the Void content, which I just didn't want to. Oh, that's a shame. It sounded like there was a lot of cool stuff still waiting for me, but oh well. It really sucks that they didn't let you manual save at all, otherwise I may have made a backup. Obviously, you see I've only have one save file, so like I tell myself that, but the fact of the matter is I would have only had one regardless. Still, they really should just allow manual saving in all games. I noticed in console games specifically, they just don't let you have multiple save files or whatever. Only continue from autosaves. God forbid you want to roll back a choice, or you use too much ammo in a fight. I think you can do better. Or you just want to save before a boss so you can refight the boss, because they don't have a way for you to refight it implemented in the game. Oh shit, I'm about to die. Do I have more health packs? I do.
Isaac! Somehow one of them found a way down to the captain's nest. I managed to contain it in a damaged escape pod. Lifting executive lockdown now. I found the deck logs. Whatever is happening around here, it came from the planet when they cracked it open. It spread to the colony and reached the ship. Isaac, this isn't an infection. It's some form of alien life. Shit, we've got bigger problems. The ship's engines are offline and our orbit is decaying. Get over to the engineering deck ASAP while I stay here and figure out what the problem is.
Her. Well, I guess I should probably buy this. It has its own ammo. And maybe if they had a bigger med pack, I'd buy it. I don't want to waste money on the smalls. Another power node. Not much, but look how wide it is. That just shoots a straight line across, so it's good for taking out like a whole hallway of guys, or like I said, the baby's limbs to get all of them at once. It's a bigger plasma cutter. I think it does more damage by default too, but obviously the ammo is much more limited. That's cool. I guess since we're like right outside the tram room, this should be where we save and finish up. So, yeah. Once again, I apologize for the game breaking, but that was completely out of my control. Sucks that I didn't get to finish it, but whatever. We do have an ending in there. Yeah. I guess that means I don't have to delete the old videos, because they now have the end of the game in them. Kinda shitty. Yeah, that's all we've got for today. Bye-bye, world. Or shit, holy fuck. We still have an hour. Nah, my ass hurts, whatever, I want to stand up. Bye, world. It's pretty late.